I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What do you mean, calm it down? It's a fight. Referees telling two fighters who want to fight to calm it down? He should calm down.
I saw he's like a clown in his show, man. He's not your guy.
Because Tyson Fury's back, and all you motherfuckers are under attack.
Look, Eddie Hearn can say all what he likes. Who gives a shit what Eddie Hearn says? It's garbage.
Are you off your tits? Have you been smoking something?
Can you let me retire and be happy? Please? Just please.
Bombs away from the Bronx Bomber!
Wanda! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I'm through. They put somebody else up and give me an interview.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You never give me a fair shake. HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit. You're not shit.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
I got dropped, man.
Are you kidding?
No, you won the fight.
OMG. I am so excited.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
Yes. What is up? MCR family? Another live fight chat edition of the show. I'm Matt, the Hipster Hunter. Going to be talking Naoya Inoue versus Nonito Donaire. Right now, it's the co-main event. Nordine Obali versus Takuma Inoue, the younger brother of the main eventer, Naoya Inoue. And I sort of missed the first round. Second round just started 2 minutes, 45, 44, 43 seconds for those that want to sync up with me on the zone right now. And I again, missed the first round because I was sort of setting up the show. Late start here and early morning for most of us. Everyone right now in the U.S. that's awake, shout out to you guys. It always reminds me when we watch fights like maybe in Japan or usually Japan. Ooh, good combination there from Obali. But anytime we see fights in Japan at like really early in the morning, it makes me really appreciate all of you UK fans who stay up all the time for the big shows in the US. I don't know how you guys do it. Fuck this, man. It is miserable. I'm on 20. Ooh, Inoue caught a good shot right there. But, you know, again, I've missed large chunks of the first round, but Inoue's holding his own here, man. And on top of it, he is a really good boxer and gauge of distance and range and timing, and he's been able to catch Obali on that straight right several times as Obali comes in. But Obali is throwing in combination. I do tend to like that more. Good left hand by Obali. I'm surprised Obali hasn't really stepped on the gas a little bit more since he is the heavier hitter, the more... Ooh, good combination there from Inoue. Inoue's catching Obali every time he comes in, too. Shout out to Takuma. Everyone in the chat, Mick, saying 11:20 in the UK. What time's it at where you're at? It is 3:21 a.m. right now on the West Coast in the United States. Early as hell. I'm on 20 minutes of sleep, on a couple cups of coffee, and it's going to be a rough show, I feel like, yeah. Bear with me here, guys. It's really early in the morning. Obali misses a huge left hand. Inoue doing a really good job of laying the jab and just sort of staying at his distance. You know, he is the longer ranger fighter. He's the guy that obviously needs to be on the back foot and box better because A, he doesn't have the power, and that's sort of his game. But, ooh, Obali landing some good combination there as Inoue is stuck along the ropes. George Michael in the chat saying Canelo win this on points. Oh, that's funny. Good right hand there from Inoue. Good left hand there by Obali. Round is about to close out. Man, it's really early to start scoring rounds, especially when not a lot happens. I mean, maybe give that to Obali, but that's one of those rounds where it's still a feel-out round. Neither guy's really settling down on any punches yet. Neither guy has their range down, per se, but that's a first round and this round, from what I've seen, have been toss-up rounds. You know, in my opinion, that, again, not a lot's happened here. Like, you had that one little push right there that they just showed. You know, Inoue landed a good right hand in there. but not a lot's happened. A reminder, right now we're watching the co-main event to Naoya Inoue versus Nonito Donaire. Right now is Takuma Inoue, the younger brother of Naoya Inoue, fighting. God, who's he fighting? Why am I forgetting this right now off the top of my head? Obali, Nordine Obali, French champion and WBC champion, I want to say. Forget exactly what belt he has. I believe it's the WBC, though, because he took it off Rashid Warren. Obali, you know, surprisingly, for being a southpaw, you usually don't see this as much. You know, usually you see it with the orthodox fighter fighting the southpaw fighter, that they will enter a combination, and instinctually, because of just how the footwork is laid out with the southpaw orthodox fighter, the orthodox most likely will actually sort of enter the inside, actually in between the stance of the southpaw fighter. And that usually gives the southpaw fighter the advantage naturally because they're more accustomed to that. But actually, Obali, every time he's like exploding on the inside, very rarely is he trying to get outside foot placement. And I think that's hurting him, trying to get these combinations, to be honest. Good little jab there to the body. Both guys is really trying to win this battle of the jab, and I feel like that for Obali, that's just a battle that he shouldn't concern himself with. You know, about a minute and 40 seconds left in the third round. Still not a lot happening. Ooh, good left hand there from Obali. Ooh, left hand to the body, and then a right hook up top by Obali. Another left hook by Obali. There we go. That's sort of the patented aggression. Ooh! A little duck under, was that a little shovel hook? A 45-degree angle, little right hand there from Obali. That was nice. I like that. I don't know if it was a jab per se. It looked like it had some angle to it. This is the sort of pressure and aggression I was expecting to see from the Frenchman. Now, Inoue, you know, Takuma Inoue, he's in a position here where, because he doesn't have power, he's going to have to rely on, pure technique here. That he's going to have to really try to get, as a orthodox fighter, get the outside foot placement. You really have to go to the body with that right hand. You're going to have to stop some of that movement from Obali and that pressure and body work. Like, that has to be a main priority. I would really work on, you know, tripling up the jab and then throwing the right hand to the body, boom, and just keep going to the left. Keep going to the outside foot placement. And hopefully you don't get hit with that left hand of Obali or a check, you know, right hook or anything like that. And honestly, just keep spinning, keep turning, lateral movement, and jab, and then body work. And that's all you really need to focus on if you're Inoue. And if you do those things efficiently and successfully, then you could win a decision here. And the round ended, and Inoue, I thought, did a good job of getting back into somewhat control there. But Obali definitely won that round with those combinations there at the midway point. Let's see if he can implement more of that in the fourth round. Let me see. Guys in the chat, phone lines will be open in about 3 minutes, by the way. So if you guys want to call in, 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. International caller, Skype, Mix Combat Radio. Let me know your scorecards down below, guys. Mick, George, anyone else. I see you guys there. Mike Gonzalez, PSK, Ryan, Gus, Santiago, UK Rob, everyone. Let me know your scorecards. I am curious, especially those first two rounds looking so. You know, feel out rounds are always tough to score, in my opinion. Ooh, was that headbutt there or just off balance Inoue? That was weird. Ooh, good right hook there from Obali. Obali seemed to have found the range here, landing some really thudding shots on the inside. Inoue holding on. Rob. 3-0 Inoue. Part of me, well, first off, I don't think that's a completely illegitimate scorecard. I do think 3-0 is illegitimate. I will say like a 2-1 Inoue scorecard, completely fine with, right? Like if you have the first 2 rounds. But that third one, Rob, I mean, come on. The combinations from Obali and the midpoint, those are the only real significant shots. Obali landing good left hand. Inoue answers back, though, with the right hand. Fighter IQ, a.k.a. Ron the Mastermind, over at Fight Hype and Fighter IQ in the chat. What up, man? How you doing? Good right hand to the body there from Takuma. When Takuma's at range, and he's doing really good work here. He's landing good shots. It's just, I wonder if, if you're the judges here, I wonder how they're scoring it, to be honest, because none of these shots seem to be really that effective by Inoue. That's the hard part. And maybe I'm just looking at that through some sort of bias, because I do like Obali, but on top of that, we know Inoue's lack of power, so therefore I automatically assume his shots mean less. You know what I mean? Just from a pure, like, subconscious bias, I'm looking at percentages for KOs. Oh! Inoue knocked down! First time in his entire career, Takuma Inoue down, but let's be honest, this is his first real fight in his entire career. I believe it was a left hand that sent him down. 30 seconds left in the 4th round. Wow. Takuma on the ropes. On the bike, trying to survive for the last 20 seconds. Obali coming in with a lot of pressure. Ooh, left hand. Ooh. Takuma is not liking this pressure at all. And Rob, a round is over, but Rob, looks like your pick is gonna be your hot pick. Your hot take pick is not going so well. I almost wish Takuma wins this one just so Gary can't be right and Rob can. Another week in a row. That'd be so good. It'd be so funny. Just to see Gary's face. Damn, that left hand really shook up Inoue. Look in the highlights now. 10-8 round there. Fighter Cristiano Ball has the same definition as a peak roided Juan Manuel Marquez. Oh, that was good. That was funny. No, man, he's a giant for that weight class. Like, I don't know how he makes 118, to be honest. Like, he's obviously, like, not a tall guy. I think that's how he makes up for it. He's, like, probably... God, how tall is Obali? Let me look really fast. Round 5 is started 2 minutes, 45 seconds for those who want to sync up. Good little check hook there by Obali. We'll see how tall this guy is. Ooh. I wish we had... I wish I had more time, period. Let alone us as a collective group here at MCR. I wish we and I had more time to make like list videos, because a top 10 like inside fighters in boxing today would be a really interesting list. Because think about it, like we're in a great time for inside fighters. Sean Porter, Archer Beterbiev, Nordino Bali. There's some really good inside workers here. Let alone guys like our classical mid-range workers like Miguel Pachot, who still does fantastic work on the inside. George Michael in the chat. This is close, to be honest. Canelo will on points, I reckon. So good. Big Nick saying, sup, MCR. What's up, Big Nick? Ooh. Oh. Thudding shots on the inside. Takuma Inoue is stuck in the corner. Obali just landing really devastating shots. Damn. I almost wish Takuma took some step ups before he reached to this level, because honestly, he's being thrown in here with a legit top 3 guy in the world, before ever fighting someone in the top 10 or even top 15. WBC Open scorecard. It's 38-37, 39-36, and 40-35. I believe all in the favor of Nordino Bali, but it wasn't exactly clear which side was which. So that was the WBC Open scoring there from the judges. So hopefully someone that's listened to the telecast maybe can hear which ones they were referring to as the A side. I'm assuming it's Obali because he's the champion, but who knows here. Big Nick saying, is this on Sky Sports? I think so. I believe it is. Maybe it isn't. I think Rob was talking about still not receiving word yet about this. Ooh! Oh! Takuma landing a good shot of his own. Obali was sort of just getting a little bit lazy there as Takuma was along the ropes. He was landing his own, but Takuma landed a good right hand and sort of shook Obali up. That was nice. Was that enough to win the round, though? I don't know. That was a good round. That was some good action. I'm going to still give that to Obali because, man, he was still punishing Takuma Inoue throughout the round. And Inoue just landed one shot that maybe stunned Obali a little bit because he got a little bit, lazy with his defense there. Let me see right now. Shot bounced off the glove and hits him in the forehead. I don't think he really did that much damage, to be honest. Unless there was another shot there that they didn't show. Oh, left hook right here. Maybe. I don't know. They're not really doing a good job. No, it was a left hook by Takuma Inoue. That's what it was, actually. Aircrow rocked Obali. And then the right hook that followed it. Okay, that was a good combination by Takuma Inoue. I don't know if it's enough to give him the round, though. I mean, still give that one to Obali again, but that's close. That was one of those combinations that's almost enough to just win you the round, but it's not enough because Obali just put in enough money in the bank. Oh, good left hand by Nordino Bali. That's Takuma sort of rolling with the shots. He ate an uppercut right there. Good combination by Obali. Takuma is definitely playing catch-up here. Takuma landing a good jab. Both guys, I think, taking a little bit off this round in a way. Or I would say Inoue doing a good job of slipping some of these left hands as well. Obali, I will say taking a little bit of the round off. Not really pressing Inoue to the ropes. He's just allowing the fight to be in the center of the ring. Stay on his toes a little bit. Let me know you guys a scorecard in the chat. I'm curious. A lot of posturing right now in this round. Actually, this feels like almost like the first round again. Or, shades of the second round. Odd. Again, seems like a round off. Takuma should have really, I don't say pressed the action here in a round off from Obali, but start landing more of that right hand to the body. Start landing more of the jabs up top. Start just left hook to the body. Start just throwing more stuff. Take a little more control in the round to make it more yours. Because right now, I mean, I might still give it to Obali, but I'll be honest, that's pretty much due to activity and landing maybe more shot, like just more glancing shots than Inoue in this round. But neither guy has done a lot. Neither guy has really definitively won that round. That was one of those rounds that Takuma should have took over and won. PSK saying, I assume most of the chat is the UK, and we can only view the main event in 35 minutes. Oh, really? So PSK, you telling me that you guys aren't watching the Nordino Bali Takuma Inoue fight? You guys just get the main event? Is that what you're saying, PSK, or am I misreading that? If that's the case, that sucks, man. Like, Nordino Bali is a European. Like, he's French. Like, you think, like, at least Sky could get that one, right? But digressing. I wonder how it is to have, you know, a camp put on fights back to back in a sense, right? Like the Inoue camp, you know, their dad's the trainer, is the co-main event and the main event. Like, who's getting Naoya Inoue ready? I'm curious. Yeah, UK only getting the main event. Damn, so you guys aren't watching this with me? You guys are just sort of here joining the chat and just talking with me? Damn, guys. Air horns for you. You guys are awesome. If you guys want, Mick, PSK, any of you UK guys that aren't really watching the fight right now, like, I'll do my best to sort of give you guys updates. But if you want, send some questions in the chat. Like, anything. Any boxing questions. Like, literally anything related to the sport, I can talk about in the meantime if you want. I don't mind. I don't mind appeasing you guys when it's midday over there. It's early as fuck over here. I don't mind doing that while I watch this fight and we all wait for the main event. Real measured fight, and I gotta give credit to Takuma Inoue here for, I think, making that. Ooh, good left hand there from Takuma Inoue. I mean, his movement is really good. Like, that is... His movement is on par with Nordino Bali and probably the top level guys, right? But that power, it is so apparent that he really can't, like, change the momentum or, like, tone of this fight, really. Maybe he can, but, like, let's be honest, he really can't. Fighter IQ saying, go to Fuji TV to get the card. I mean, you could do that. There's always other ways to go about it. PSK saying, do you think the monster will move up after the World Boxing Super Series? Obviously, with the presumption that he wins tonight. Not immediately. Unless, like, certain fights present itself. Like, if a Guillermo Rigondeaux fight all of a sudden materialized, I think, and, like, a contract was sent, he might take it. Like, Inoue is one of those crazy bastards. Like, he might do it. But you still have notable names outside the tournament. For example, Nordino Bali, who is on his way to beating up Inoue's brother, right? So that's going to have some narrative behind it and a unification, and it's legitimately a good fight that's sellable in a way. Maybe not sellable. I mean, that's not the best word. But, I mean, in Japan, Inoue's a star, so it doesn't matter, right? He's going to sell out there regardless. And obviously we have the Luis Nery Manny Rodriguez fight on the Deontay Wilder Luis Ortiz undercard, and I mean, I think Luis Nery is going to win that and probably re-cement himself as the second best and arguably the best bantamweight on the planet. And I mean, I would love to see a Luis Nery Naoya Inoue fight. So there's you can Rob Inoue to avenge his brother's loss. Rob, you've already accepted it. But I think there's a legitimate fight still at 118 for him. I think after that, he 100% moves up. And again, under the presumption he wins all those, which I would say is still a presumption. Like, I'm a huge Inoue fan, but, like, these are tough fights, guys. Like, I mean, if this year has been anything, I think it should have told us that nothing is set in stone here for these divisions. Earl Spence, Sean Porter was raised within. Triple G Deverchenko was raised within. AJ Ruiz, look what happened there. Like, sometimes these margins of difference between fighters is actually a lot smaller than maybe we previously think. And I think maybe at 118 that might be the case. You know, Luis Nery, Nordino Bali, and Naoya Inoue, maybe they're all a little bit closer in terms of level than what we thought. I don't know, but I would love to see it. You know, I would love to see all those fights happen. What else? Well, there's some good questions. Rather, round 8. It's already round 8? Wow, this fight's actually kind of flowing by. 2 minutes and 30 seconds for those ones sort of sync up. Bali is sort of just now, I think, in cruise control and just beating up slowly Inoue. Inoue is trying to outbox him, but just failing and losing rounds. Let me see whether there's sort of good questions in the chat. Bang for your buck, PC Gamer. What do you think it would take for a heavyweight World Boxing Super Series? And actually, guys, just to help me, if you want all caps, either all caps the all question or just all caps a question topic, and then write normally your question topic. It's just easier to see. I think it's 100% possible to do like a number 10 ranked heavyweight to number 20 ranked heavyweight tournament. That's feasible in a way. The top guys, no, there's just too much money to put themselves within a tournament bracket. You know, like it automatically not devalues you, but automatically shortens the possibilities of what people can make, what sort of locations and matchups and offers and purses could be, you know, just overall be had. And I think that's why you would never see. Oh, Nordino Bali lands a huge left hand, but Inoue just ate that shit. Oh my god, he held on a little bit there, but about a minute left in this 8th round. That was a monster left hand from Nordino Bali. Yeah, just a lot of money. Why I think the heavyweight World Boxing Super Series doesn't happen for those top guys. Again, the other, you know, second tier heavyweights, absolutely. The Carlos Takams of the world, the Derek Chisoros of the world, maybe even like a Joseph Parker, and that'd probably be like the highest ranking guy you could get potentially. You know, like those guys, yes. Top guys, no. I absolutely do not think that happens. I don't think there's anything that will make that happen. Like, that just does not happen. Do you think Inoue should go to Top Rank after the World Boxing Super Series? No. I would say no. I do know that Top Rank has a really good relationship with Japanese promoters and networks and such, but no, I don't think he should, to be honest. Well, I don't know. Because if you're a Inoue, what are you really looking at? Are you looking to become a crossover international superstar, or just to continue to be a superstar in Japan, make money, be a lighter weight class legend? If that's the case, you don't really need a U.S. promoter, period. But if you were to sort of want to attempt to be a crossover star in any way, want to have the backing of a U.S. machine, I mean, it's Top Rank or PBC, and if it's PBC, you're really thinking about Fox and the Fox machine, and I just don't see a Inoue Luis Nery fight in Japan being on PBC on Fox. I see it being on an ESPN Plus stream, to be honest. So, and even then, like, what sort of promotion does it get? I don't know, but Top Rank probably is the most logical option for him if he wants to really maximize maybe some U.S. dollars. But he doesn't really need that, in my opinion, per se, to still make money in the U.S., still be shown in the U.S. He could just be, I forget his promoter right now. Is it just Taken? No, it's Ohashi Promotions. You know, if he just wants to do this, he's fine. He can still make millions in Japan and be probably happy. PSK, I see that. That's I'll mention that. What else? Let me see. PSK, if Rodriguez wins, there's no way he will rematch Inoue. Probably true. Benjamin saying Spence versus Ferrari rematch. I don't know what you're referring to. I'm missing the joke there, guys. Ferrari. And Benjamin, like I'm not trying to be like joke. I know you, Benjamin. You're a good person in the chat. Like I don't get the joke. Ferrari. Is it a joke on Ford versus Ferrari? The movie coming out, which by the way looks amazing. I don't know. Guys. It's 4 a.m. I'm exhausted. And PSK saying Roblox Super Series at heavyweight for Manuel Charles WBA regular. Yes. All in favor of that. David Sutherland has scored every round, and he's one of the official judges. He has scored every round for Nodino Bali. I mean, maybe, like, obviously the first 2 rounds he gave to him, but I wonder for the other judges, just the first 2 rounds, do they give to Inoue? Curious. Bang for your buck, PC Gamer in the chat saying if he wins all these belts, he's bound to lose a purse bid here and there if he doesn't have a strong team. DAZN will snap him up. Yeah, and I don't think. Here's like the myth about like losing purse bids. It's not a bad thing. You know, like you just lose control of like what network you put the fight on in a sense. Right, and maybe like what location the fight's at. But for guys like again in his weight range, if you're looking at like 118, 122, if that was to happen, it's not a big concern. And if they were to go to purse bid situations, then most likely people are making more money in that case because there's a bidding process, there's a bidding war. So yes, I would agree with the premise that if he doesn't have a major backer of a major promoter or network in some aspect, right, a network deal or promotional deal, that he would lose purse bids in the long run. Like he would just lose more purse bids than he wouldn't, right? I absolutely agree with that premise. I don't agree that that's a bad thing. I don't know if you infer that that's a bad thing, but I don't think that would be a bad thing per se. To be honest, I know that might be a little bit of a hot take, but I just don't think it's a big concern. Like when you're in these lower weight classes, like the business is just different. And like from what I've experienced, like fights are far easier to be made. Like big money for these guys is far different than big money for the higher weight class guys. So they're just easier to like the big fights are easier to make. I think we're into round 10 right now. Let me know also predictions, guys, on the main event. Inoue versus Donaire. Let me know what you guys think of that fight, who's going to win, how they're going to win, when they're going to win. Always curious. Call in as well. Oh, I can probably go to the phone system now. Hold on. Turn that shit on. Yep, round 10, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the round for those that want to sync up with me. Oh, phone lines look like they're struggling a little bit. Phone lines are up and running, I believe. So you guys want to call in 323-870-4051 or Skype Mix Combat Radio. Good thing about open scoring. We really don't have to be concerned about what's the judges going to think if this goes to the decision. We know Bali's going to win pretty clearly. PSK is saying Inoue stoppage rounds 5 to 7, but some money coming in late for Donaire. I'm not surprised by that. His odds shifted on betting apps. Not surprised. A, Donaire is the more known guy, so casual fans are more likely, because casual fans bet late. They're more likely to throw money on him. B, there is a legitimate, hey, he has a puncher's chance. Like, and in more legitimate and, like, material sense than really how often we use that term. So, Donaire could absolutely win this fight. I think Inoue has Inoue before 118. Okay, I want to make that very clear. Before 118, you could say he was carefully matched up throughout his career. Even against like the Omar Navarez fight, right? Like you can even argue that one was carefully manicured and matched up to make a career, make a legit pound for pound looking fighter, right? To at least give that semblance of one. But at 118, he's proven that he's legitimate. I think that's without a doubt. But on top of that, I think his wins, like obviously like the Taguchi win, that has aged very well. But there are just some fights that he didn't take at 115 and at 110. So, like these are just legitimate factors that, hey, you haven't faced a real heavy knockout artist that has knocked out legitimate opponents ever. Maybe Omar Navarez, but again, we could put a little bit of asterisk next to it just due to the age and wear and tear on Omar Navarez. So, Donaire is legitimately the best opponent of Inoue's entire career to this point. And I would say significantly so as well. Right, guys? Like, am I wrong in that? Am I wrong in saying that Donaire is significantly better than Omar Navarez or Ryuichi Taguchi? Or, I mean, who else would you really say is Inoue's best win? Manuel Rodriguez? Peano at this point in time, right? Like, we're starting now naming 118 guys, probably. But Donaire is, without a doubt, more established, more legitimate, more of a threat than all of those guys. So, you know, it's a little bit of a... Yeah, we know Inoue is talented. We know he's really gifted. We know he's that good. Obviously, you don't become a weight division champion and beat the guys that he has beaten that are good. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong here. He has beaten some really good to great opponents. But they have been carefully manicured and carefully designed. While Donaire seems like he is on a little bit of a resurgence, and obviously the Ryan Burnett fight is a little bit of a question mark. We didn't get the Tete fight. We got Stephen Young. However, even with all of that chaos, Donaire has looked good in all the showings, has looked a little bit back to form in a way at 118, and he is not facing a guy that is bigger and stronger than him, like a Nicholas Walters. You know, he is facing a guy that is smaller than him. That might be the heavier hitter, but it's the smaller guy moving up, and he's the bigger guy moving down. More experience, more in terms of high-level power that's been displayed. Maybe you can argue Donaire is the heavier hitter, too. Like, that's just... Maybe it's crazy, I know, because, I don't really personally believe that, but just playing devil's advocate here, Donaire has legitimate paths of victory here that other guys just don't. Ron, a.k.a. Fighter IQ, in the chat saying Taguchi probably his best win so far, and that was a smaller weight class. I think that was like, what, 108? When was that? And that was like, it's what, 5th pro fight too? Or 4th pro fight, and that was 108. Yep. That was in 2013, man. That was, oh my gosh, that was 6 years ago, going on 7 years ago now. That's insane. David Carmona, decent win, but not anything amazing. Antonio Nieves, decent win, but not, not anything, I would say, otherworldly. Koei Kono, good win. Jay McDonald, again. This is going to be a tough night for Inoue, I think. I think this is not going to be an easy night for him. I think it might be an early night relatively just because of the matchup we're going to have, how both guys are going to really engage on the inside. But this is going to be a tough night for Inoue. He's going to eat shots he hasn't eaten before. And if you just look at even the Manuel Rodriguez fight, I'm not going to say he doesn't take pressure well, but there's times where he gets over anxious when he's facing pressure. And this is the biggest fight of his career, but the biggest name he's ever going to face, probably other than maybe Rigo. So I'm just curious when he starts eating in combination, how does he react? And on top of that, how does his just physically react, like from a health perspective? Does he get hurt from these shots? These are all things I'm curious about. Obali just beating up Inoue right now, by the way. I just don't need to keep talking about it. PSK saying, I think Donaire 5 years ago would have been the best opponent Inoue has faced, but now he's on the same level as Rodriguez. PSK, I mean, let's go through Emmanuel Rodriguez's resume. We did this on yesterday's show, but I'll go through it again. The best wins on Rodriguez's resume are Giovanni Delgado, Paul Butler, Jason Maloney. None of those guys are top 10 names. None of those guys are top 15 names, except for maybe Paul Butler. Jason Maloney, another guy that's undefeated, but completely unproven. Let's go through his resume. His best win was Kyo Ikono off of a loss in 2018, when Inoue beat him in 2016. You know, these are guys that are borderline top 15 names, but because they're undefeated and they got some hype, they got jumped up the rankings really high without really proving themselves in a way. I don't know. I think it's really hard to put even a 2019 version of Donaire on the same level of Manny Rodriguez. I feel like that's really disrespectful. PSK saying, going on eye test, there was a reason Burnett dropped the IBF strap when he did. No, I'm not saying like Rodriguez isn't good, but I would pick Donaire against Rodriguez right now. Right? I'm picking Luis Neri against Manny Rodriguez. I would pick Obali against Manny Rodriguez. Like, I would pick a lot of guys over Manny Rodriguez, to be honest. Like, I would even love to see like a Manny Rodriguez Payano fight. To be honest, like there are just certain guys like he's never fought that are top 10 guys that I would like to see. You know, I like seeing proven talent. That's why I value Obali really highly in this matchup, because he beat Rashid Warren. That's a name. That means something. Takuma Inoue beat a bunch of guys. You know, like that counts for something. Don't get me wrong. Does it count for enough? Probably not. I think with Manny Rodriguez, like, until he's really beaten someone in the top 10, I can't really say he's a top 10 name. Oh, Obali is stunned a little bit there. Oh! Obali's hurt. Obali's hurt. Inoue is going for it with a minute left in the fight. Obali come back with his own combination. Wow. Or Obali just tired here, or is he significantly hurt? I don't know. He's firing back, though. What a sort of late-stage comeback attempt by Takuma Inoue. Respect to him, man. He is going for it. He's not being it's not being as effective as he was earlier, but wow, credit to him. Takuma Inoue not giving up at all and taking these shots. Whew. Great way to end the fight. It was an overall really good fight too. Don't get me wrong. I know I've been talking about other stuff here, but it's only because it seems like most of you guys aren't actually watching the fight. And so I thought I'd just talk about other stuff. But fight's over. Nordino Obali is going to win this. We already know via the open scoring. But credit to Takuma Inoue in that 12th round for coming on strong, man. I wonder what his dad's telling him right now. I mean, I would be impressed, man. Like that. If I'm his corner, like, look, you did everything you could. Ooh. That right hand. Takuma just such an accurate puncher. You would think if he had legitimate power, man, he would be knocking out fools. just like his brother. He really would. Like, that's the thing. Naoya Inoue, his gift is that maybe he is really strong and powerful in terms of punching power, but he's so accurate with his shots that he's landing them on the chin or in certain spots where it's designed to hurt you. Takuma's landing them where it's designed to hurt you, and it's not really having the desired effect. And that just hurts him. Significantly does. Good fight, though. Really good chess match throughout, and a good little rally at the end to make it an exciting fight. Let me see what they're saying. And still, Nonito Donaire. Unanimous decision. Yeah, Viva France. We did it, Mitty. We did it, Mitty. We did it. I should almost just have the French national anthem for these moments when Nonito Donaire fights, because it's that important, that memorable for me as a Frenchman. Anyways, main event is going to be coming on shortly. I'm going to take a little break. So what we're going to do, we're going to listen to some music and be right back, guys. So don't go anywhere. If you do, don't worry. Stay on here, and I'll be back in a short amount of time when the main event starts, guys. See y'all soon.
OMG, I am so excited.
I'm very Phil.
Everybody's on steroids. The whole UFC, everybody.
Fuck that shit. Fuck boxing. Fuck boxing.
But you commit to me, and you get a piece of my heart, and you get my commitment, I'm gonna make you a star, motherfucker.
Where is this Burger King?
fucking illegal.
You disrespect boxing, you piece of shit?
Just send me location.
I mean, maybe that's your job, but where I come from, you know, people like that get slapped.
Are you off your tits? Have you been smoking something?
Yes, yes, yes. How's everyone doing? Santiago, I see you called in. Press 1 if you want to talk, man. I'm down to talk to some. Oh, perfect. It's late, man. I need to talk to someone. Going crazy here. Santiago in LA. Santi, man, how are you?
I just barely woke up.
Nice. Nice. So you didn't watch the Takuma Inoue Nordino Bali fight, huh?
No, I didn't.
Damn it. Damn it, Santi.
Hey. Did Rob get that pick right, though?
No, he did not. He did not get the pick right. So, guys, we can all celebrate. Rob got one wrong, finally, guys. Yay. His winning streak is at an end.
Yeah, he's the only one that's enjoying some comfortable rest over there, isn't he?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's midday over there in the UK, so they got a full night's sleep. They're good.
How many coffees have you had so far?
This is now my third.
Ooh, not bad. Congratulations.
Yes, and I also have, get this, the KSI Logan Paul press conference, right? I have to be there at 10:30 a.m. in downtown LA. I'm dreading this day.
Well.
Yep.
Well, you know what? Depending when you leave, at least you get to beat out traffic, but I do not envy being you at this point.
No. Not fun at all. But digressing, thoughts on obviously Naoya Inoue, Nonito Donaire. Like last minute thoughts, man. Fight, they're about to walk out. It looks like soon. Thoughts as the fight's about to happen or about to get going underway. Any last minute gut feelings of man Donaire's going to catch him slipping, or you're still firm that Inoue is going to be the monster.
I think the Battle of the Left Hooks is going to be an interesting case because I was actually rewatching the Emmanuel Rodriguez fight before the whole thing even started, and definitely whoever can keep their left hook more compact and on the mark is definitely going to come with the win, in my opinion, because I did notice that he tends to lead with that punch quite a bit, and a guy of Donaire's caliber could probably catch that. So we'll definitely see if he's been working on anything, on the back end in Inoue.
I agree. I'll go to, obviously, after the fights are done. Santi, thank you for calling in a little bit early. Always appreciate it, man. I see Donaire at the entrance or exit from, the underground of the arena, getting ready for the walkout. Mick in the chat, anybody here thinks the fight goes the distance? I think no. I don't think anyone's picked a decision here, surprisingly. But not really surprisingly. Both guys have a high knockout percentage ratio, and on top of that, if you look at like Donaire's loss ratio, there's a decent percentage of KO losses there as well. So your thinking here is that no matter where the fight goes, it's probably going to get finished, right? Whether it's Donaire, whether it's Inoue, no matter how wherever it goes, you have such a finishing capability here from both counterparts. And on the other counterpart who has losses, we do see that he has been finished before significantly at times. So, I mean, how do we not see a finish here? You can make a legit argument that Donaire was the last generation's biggest punching low weight class fighter, and that Inoue is this generation's biggest puncher in the low weight classes. And that is just a fascinating dynamic between these two, a fascinating dichotomy in a sense of the division that, like I said, like the passing the torch moment. It's both in like this is such a great fight because, again, like it's a passing the torch of Asian boxing. It's a passing the torch of heaviest hitter in the low weight classes. It's the passing the torch of just the low weight classes, period, in a way. Because Donaire was, and Rigo in a sense, obviously, were the two really low weight class guys that were always in the pound for pound list for the last decade, honestly. Now, who's in the pound for pound list? It's Naoya Inoue. And he hasn't really beaten a pound for pound fighter yet. Donaire is at least one of them. May not be in the pound for pound now, but he was. And he is 100% going to be in the Hall of Fame if he loses this fight. So, this fight will cement Naoya Inoue as the next generation's Donaire, Rigo, whatever you want to call it, the next guy of the low weight classes. And even though we got here via Ryan Burnett injury and we didn't get the Tete fight, this probably should have always been the final fight, because this one has the most meaning to it as a matchup. I'll be honest. Like, if Donaire lost to Tete in a ho-hum decision, I don't think it would have the same ramifications for the division and the star-making potential there like this one does. This fight just seems like it has more gravitas, so to speak, than any other pairing of Donaire. And that's in part for a lot of the reason I just explained. The pairings of these two stylistically that are so mirror images of each other, and the only difference is one's from the past generation, one is from this generation, and that is just entirely fascinating on its own. Let alone the fact that both these guys are entertaining fighters, entertaining knockout artists. This fight has everything you need for a boxing fan. Two bets at 4:30 a.m. right now on the West Coast. But hit the like button, share the show, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Because who else? What other YouTube channel? I don't even want to know the answer, but like, what other? Because I might get jealous. But like, what other YouTube channels are out there doing live streams at 4 a.m. right now for Naoya Inoue versus Nonito Donaire? And on top of that, also we're live for Nodino Bali versus Takuma Inoue. And come on. Dane in the chat saying, has Ryan Burnett retired from boxing? Yes, he did. He did retire from boxing due to injuries, unfortunately. But it wasn't due to, I would say, that specific injury. Because obviously he had a fight after that, and I think it was other injuries, or just maybe the litany of injuries, the accumulation of injuries, so to speak. But yes, he did, unfortunately, retire. But at least shout out to him for recognizing it was time to go. And I think it's always better to, get out when you can and not stay in there when it's a little bit past the expiration date, potentially. And even though it wasn't past the expiration date, but just the injuries alone, maybe it made him so. Nonito Donaire walking out as we speak. The Flash himself. There are certain fights this year that have given me little chills. I just look at him like, man, this is something. This is something that we're watching here. This is something that we're about to see. This is one of them, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And that, for me, just me personally, that's all I need. This fight could just be ho-hum. It could end in the first round. It could be a 12-round snoozer. Doesn't matter. This fight has meaning and significance to boxing. Not to Inoue, not to Donaire, to boxing. This fight has significance too. Always good to see maybe historical fights. Shower Pondem. Shower Pondem. I don't know. Shower in the chat saying, Matt, what is the highest weight class you think Inoue will go to? Probably featherweight, if I'm guessing. 126. What's he walking out to? What is this? Hold on, what is this? Can't really hear it, but is it the Rocky theme song? Can't really tell. It's funny because like I don't hear any of the I can barely hear the music, but the announcer I can hear like perfectly. Interesting. Digressing. Naoya Inoue walking out right now. The monster looks terrifying as hell. PSK is saying, what do you think of Eddie saying he's speaking to Mikey about Taylor fight? He's been saying that for fucking a year and a half now. And I'll be honest. There's no way in hell Mikey is looking at that Taylor Progress fight and going, yeah, give me that guy. And plus, like, just from the money perspective, like, look, that ain't happening. The guy fist bumping in the back right there, legend. Legend. I don't know who he is, but he's a legend. I really hope Gray Johnson, if you listen to the show, I don't know if you do or not, because I know you're a good, social media friend, so to speak, acquaintance. Make a gif of that, a fist bump guy behind Naoya Inoue, please. That was so good. That was hilarious. You see, Naoya just walking, and then guy in the back. And it's just hilarious. Man, I wish I could show you guys. That was good. Maybe it's because it's 4 a.m. and I'm delirious at this point in time. But hey, you're here with me. Hit the like button. Live fight chat, Mixed Combat Radio. I'm Matt, the Hipster Hunter, all that fun stuff. All that YouTube shit. You know what it's about. I will say this, though. I don't need this stuff to feel chills. The whole, I'd stand on pedestals and listen to a Hans Zimmer score for 30 seconds. Let's get going. Santiago saying, looks like he's ready to kill, especially with the music. Let's not use that language, man. Yeah, I'm still not over Patrick Day. No, I don't like that language being used right now. Hit the like button, all that fun stuff. Let's just get going. World Boxing Super Series. Now we're in emissions. Thank you, Santi, by the way, for retracting that. Appreciate it. You didn't have to, by the way, but I appreciate it. Now they're actually walking into the ring after their little pedestal Hans Zimmer moment. I don't really want to give them too much shit because at least they're trying something new. I will give them that credit. Like, there's a lot of crap to give to the World Boxing Super Series. Their sense of pageantry or trying to implement that is not one of them. I will say that. It's just me being a 4 a.m. Matt Hunter being tired as hell. And again, needing more coffee. Ohio runs boxing. What up, Ohio? I should say long time no see, but I feel like I've seen you in the chat a lot lately. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're enjoying the fights. Gosh, national anthems now. Holy shit. You know what? We're going to just take a little tiny mic. Oh, Ohio with the super chat. Thank you, man. Honestly. It's 4:30 a.m. over here. I'm exhausted. I really appreciate that, bro. And I got to go at 9:30 from my house to downtown LA for the KSI Logan Paul press conference. I'm going there mainly just to grill Eddie Hearn and DAZN about the bullshit that is the KSI Logan Paul fight. And I want to interview Devin Haney. I've never interviewed Devin Haney. So he's somebody I'm really curious to interview. Billy Joe Saunders, I don't really care. He's one of those guys, like, I bet would be fun, but not really. I don't know. But Devin Haney, he's somebody that's on my list of people I want to interview. So, sorry. Dropped my pen. Anthem time. The Philippines anthem is on right now. It's riveting. It's exciting stuff here. Truly a banger. Slaps. PSK said Kale looks like he's in withdrawal from his life powder. Allegedly. Man, Kel's one of those people, man. Like, I so want to get like a Lou DiBella on the record talking about Kel Sutherland and like honestly talking about him. Right? Somebody like a Lou who will talk some shit. Because I bet they have some funny stories. That guy must be just a fuckhead behind the scenes, right? He has to be. Like, Leaf Hound saying, "Good morning, hipster." Good morning, Leaf Hound. Let me see. Is it? Nope. Still dark out, guys. See? Sun's not up. Sun's not up. It's not morning to me. Are we doing the Japanese anthem now? Or something from the Japanese Boxing Commission? I don't know. There we go. Remember, guys, call in 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. International callers call in on Skype Mix Combat Radio. I will take calls in between rounds if you guys want. I have no issue with that. You just have to call in. Still the instructions, or not instructions, but the introductions, I should say, from the MC. What's the name of that MC, guys? I always forget his name. Someone in the chat probably remembers his name. That's not Osuna. Obviously, that's because Osuna's on ESPN, and he's not even an MC. What's his name? He has a lot of Showtime stuff, too, I want to say. Ray Flores. Thank you, Santiago. Thank you. Ray Flores. I like Ray Flores. You know, he has some very, very laughable one-liners at times. Because isn't he the one that infamously said wasn't the Beatles that said, "All you need is one"? Deontay Wilder only needs one. That Rob loves playing that soundbite so much. I think that's Ray Flores. God bless him. But I do like him. I think he has a really good, MC voice, so to speak. I like him more than the Golden Boy guy, the older mid-age guy with the receding hairline. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He's a nice guy, I bet, but God, he's so boring. My last-minute prediction on this fight. No, not David DiMonte. David DiMonte doesn't have a receding hairline. He has he has dreadlocks. It's an older mid-age guy, like a little bit overweight, but not really overweight. Hispanic. Does a lot of Golden Boy cards. Maybe does a lot of top rank cards too, I would say. God, what's his name? He's a long-time veteran too. Like, I'm just awful with names with these type of, guys in the industry. Just awful about it. Digressing though. My last-minute thought or prediction for Naoya Inoue versus Nonito Donaire, as it's about to go down live on DAZN. You can catch my commentary live right here, obviously on YouTube. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I think Naoya Inoue will be the sharper puncher in there. I think he will maybe get hurt, maybe touch the canvas, but will adapt, overcome, survive, and then get a finish within 6 rounds, maybe 7 rounds, and really solidify himself through a firefight on the inside that he is the next guy of the low weight classes. He's the next face of super bantamweight and or bantamweight and all these other divisions. He is the face now. Not Donaire, not Rigo. It's him. And that generational transition will happen tonight. Packed house in the Saitama Super Arena in Japan. Both corners and teams very cordial as they touch gloves and all that stuff. Good to see. A lot of sportsmanship between these two. Joe Martinez, thank you. PSK in the chat. Thank you, Joe Martinez. Yeah, I find him very bland and boring. But Joe Martinez, nice guy. Very nice guy, but just a little bit, bland. Thank you. Gosh. That was legit going to drive me crazy all night, PSK. Round 1 starting. Nonito Donaire versus Naoya Inoue, the monster. 2 minutes and 49 for those that want to sync up with me. There was a good jab a little bit earlier from Naoya. Good right hand to the body by Inoue. Good jab by Donaire. Ooh. Inoue a little bit loose right now early. I like it. I like that a lot. Good right hand. Good left hook by Inoue. Another combination. Oh, left hook by Inoue. Right hand by Inoue. Wow. That was crisp. Those were good shots. Those were fast, compact. Donaire lands some jabs, but Inoue, just lateral movement, just circles around, gets more in the center of the ring. Landing some jabs of his own. That was a really good combination earlier. I was kind of blown away by that. Like, all those shots were landing. And, I spoke on it earlier. Inoue's accuracy is so superb that, yes, he's a heavy hitter, but it's really his accuracy that propels these knockouts and these finishes. Left hook by Inoue. Donaire, I think, trying to make stuff happen, but not being as efficient. Ooh, good left hooks there by Donaire. 1-2 by Inoue. Right hand by Inoue. A 2-1 by Donaire. Round is over. 10-9 round for Naoya Inoue. But that was a good little round there. That was a good round 1. There was definitely feel-out aspects to it, but largely speaking, both guys are ready to open up. I think Donaire was opening up a little bit towards the end of the round, finding a little bit of success, but Inoue, I mean, in the first minute and a half, he landed like 6 shots that were just superb. Like, they were truly amazing shots. The right hand that he landed to finish all those shots with was on the money. Really good start for Naoya Inoue. Set the tone instantly. Round 2 has started. 2 minutes, 51 seconds. 50, 49, 48. Good jab to the body by Inoue. Inoue's head movement a little bit tricky here. I mean, Donaire partially landed that right hand to the body. I liked it. Inoue landed another good right hand. Left hook by Inoue. Left hook by Inoue. I can't believe it, man. Inoue is out left hooking Donaire right now. Yeah. Sort of along the lines of Santi, man. That left hook battle is a significant battle, and probably a more significant one than the battle of the jabs for this individual fight. And right now, Inoue just landed another left hook, and that maybe hurt Donaire or maybe a little bit off balanced. Donaire doubles up on the right hooks. Left hook by Inoue. Right hand by Donaire. Good jab by Inoue. Really good start to this round. Really good start to the fight overall. You can tell like Donaire's trying to, I think, get some momentum going, just get some combinations going. Good right hand to the body. But see right here, Inoue's along the ropes. Donaire lands the right hook to the body, and he takes a back step. No. Stay right there. If the only thing you may want to do is take a side step or an off angle for a combination, right? But that's most what you want to do. You have him where you want. Why taking a back step? I think Donaire's a little bit concerned about the power and the speed of Inoue. Maybe counters too. Oh, Donaire lands a left hook, finally. And it was clean. Inoue backing up instantly too. Shelling up. Oh, left uppercut by Donaire. Right hand by Donaire. Donaire is big. He's marching down Inoue. Inoue's on the back foot. Popping the jab. Both guys landing really good shots on the inside. About 15 seconds left in the round. Round is over. That's a close round, guys. That's a really... Oh, Inoue's cut. That's a close round. Because Inoue was clearly winning that in the first half. And significantly so, I would say. But Donaire came on strong in the second half. I'm probably going to give that round to Donaire. I don't know. Off that shot alone, maybe? Because it seemed to change the momentum of the round, really. I mean, just... and the momentum of Inoue in a way. Santiago with 10-10 round. Benjamin Franklin, I think, scoring that round for Donaire as well. Round 3 starting. Donaire is marching Inoue down. Inoue really struggling with the size and the pressure of Donaire right now. He's missing some of these shots now and getting a little bit erratic. And I was talking about this earlier too. You know, we saw in glimpses with the Manny Rodriguez fight that Inoue under pressure gets erratic, loses sight of the game plan, loses sight of accurate shots, and that's sort of what's happening here. He's a little bit erratic, not sitting down in his shots, just throwing wild shots as well, wild combinations, just not thinking in there, obviously, I would say. Reacting. He's just reacting, and he's not thinking. He needs to be thinking a little bit in there, in my opinion. Right now, there we go. See, a little more calculated. He slipped a bunch of shots right there and then land the jab. And just his focus, the way it's dialed in, was different there. Just body language. I think that's the best way to describe it. I think if you watch enough boxing, you see it. When Inoue is not in control, he struggles. He might be one of those guys I talk about all the time. Is a control fighter. He needs control, but his power could definitely change momentum on a dime, and I think he's looking to really land something that's a clean counter shot on Donaire, and he's landing left hooks. I mean, he's definitely, going blow for blow with Donaire here. This is a close round, minute left. Donaire is really pressed forward. Inoue is landing good shots of his own. Doing a little better work on the back foot right now, being less erratic, sticking behind the jab. Jay, he's got see, he's not a monster. He's a man. Yo, if Donaire wins and you have the Japanese president stand up and applaud and then everyone stands up and applaud, it'd be amazing. It'd be so good. Jay saying only real motherfuckers know where that's from. Yeah, I think most of us know where that's from. If you're boxing heads, round 3 ending. Wow, that's a close one, man. I'm gonna give that one to Donaire. I'm gonna give that one to Donaire, but that one's close, guys. That one was I thought that was much closer than the previous round. Looking at some of you guys in the chat. Jason, am I seeing things right? Is Matt doing a live fight chat at 8 a.m.? I'm East Coast. Yeah, and I started at 3:50, I want to say, or 4 o'clock, somewhere around then. I started a while ago. No, fuck, I started at 3 a.m. or something like that, right? When did the show start? Let me see, 3:21, maybe. I don't know. We've been on for a while, Jay. We did the co-main event too. If you want to check that out. Round 4 starting 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the round. Inoue, guarding his eye. It's interesting. I think he's really concerned about the cut, to be honest. This is odd. Very odd behavior. I'm just curious here. Weird start to this round. Donaire pressing him, landing some jabs, but good uppercut there by Inoue. Not a lot happening thus far. Right hand by Donaire. Left hook by Donaire. Both guys traded shots right there. Inoue landing a good jab. Donaire lands a good left hook to the body. Oh, right hand by Inoue. It lands flush. But Donaire eats it, man. And just sort of marched through it. Incredible. Left hooks by Inoue. Right hand by Inoue. Inoue doing a lot better job boxing on the back foot this round than he did in the previous round. Like, so far, I'd probably give this to Inoue at this point. Good jabs here by Inoue. Really good jabs. Good right hands there, too. Inoue just needs to start working around the jab more, man. He's doing all of his best work behind that jab. Which is boxing 101, but, I mean, still, I mean, if that's working for you, keep going to it. Good uppercut, left hook by Inoue. They're like 2 hard jabs and then do an uppercut behind it, then boom, left hook to follow up. It was nice. I liked it. Right hand by Donaire lands, and he throws the left hook, and that would have definitely hurt Inoue in my opinion, but Inoue slipped it. Rolled right under it. Round is over. I give that round to Inoue. Much better round. Much better form from him. And you know what? We might need to see the defensive boxer from Inoue, right? Like, that looks like the version of Inoue we might have to see for him to win, is that he might have to show us a little bit, some levels of his defensive game here. Because when he's working around the jab, throwing counters, and counter combinations, he's doing good work here. But Donaire, man, his pressure, his just the power, and just the experience. You know, like you can tell that in moments of, you know, quickly having to adapt, Donaire's just maybe a little bit better than Inoue at this point. Just a little bit, obviously because of experience. And everyone's obviously bringing up the huge size difference. I mean, that's just obvious. I mean, Inoue is a guy that came up from, 108, I want to say. And Donaire started at 118 and then went up all the way to 130 and then came back down to 118. Benjamin also noticing it. Yeah, Inoue's guarding that cut. Yes, he is. Which I mean, is it weird that we don't see that more often? Like, guys really actively, like, visibly just cover the cut with their glove to make sure, like, it doesn't get hit? Shocking. You just don't see it that often, I would say. Good combination there from Inoue. I would like a lot more body work from Inoue, to be honest. Stop that forward pressure. Because right now, you're landing good shots up top, and they're not having the desired effect. So, bring them down a little bit. Work that body. Jab, 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 body shot. Jab, 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 body shot. Jab, 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 head combination. You know, like, mix up a little bit. Left hook to the body there by Donaire. Inoue doing a good job boxing on the back foot. Similar to the last round. And Donaire landing a good right hand there. Donaire is not doing a good job cutting off the ring. He is chasing Inoue here. And that's a little bit concerning. Because you would think that Donaire, the guy, again, with his experience, would be able to cut off the ring a little bit better. And there's times where Inoue, a guy that's not known for his lateral movement, is just casually just circling around into the center of the ring again. Though I will say this, Donaire, right hand by Donaire, lands, left hook to the body, right hand up top. Right hand by Inoue, answers back. Oh, man, these are tough rounds to score. Right hand by Donaire again, gosh. Forget what I was saying, to be honest, before that. Right hand. Donaire's hurt. Donaire's hurt. Left hook. Right hand by Inoue. 18 seconds left in the round. Donaire is stunned. Inoue going for broke, trying to knock him down. Less than 10 seconds left. Right hand. Left hook. Another left hook. Right hand from Inoue. Round is over. Donaire survived and was able to last on his feet. Wow. What momentum shifts within that round. I mean, the first minute, Inoue. Second minute, Inoue. Last 30, that next 30 seconds, all Donaire. And significantly Donaire. And then, boom. Inoue changes it on a dime within the last 20 seconds of the round. Just, left hook. Clipped him. Boom. Wow. Good round there by Naoya Inoue. And the right hand. Counter right hand. That's the shot that Donaire's been a little bit worried about. Is that pullback right hand counter. Which surprisingly Inoue can keep in the tuck. I mean, he's been throwing that time and time again. I didn't think he really had that shot in his arsenal. I mean, I've seen him throw it before, but not against a guy of Donaire's capability and size and reach. Round 6, by the way, started. 2 minutes, 45 seconds for those that want to sync up. Inoue marching down Donaire a little bit right now. Noticeable shift in momentum. Good jab by Inoue. Minute down, 2 minutes left in the 6th round. Surprised Inoue is not jumping on him right now, to be honest. Ooh, left hook by Donaire. Really a slow round comparative to the round we just had, right? Like, not a lot's happened here. Minute and 20 left in the round. I think both guys are taking a little bit of a breather here, it seems. Right hand by Inoue. Good combination there by Inoue. Ooh, good combination by Inoue again, finishes with the left hook. Good jab by Inoue. 1-2 by Inoue. Ooh, good right hand by Inoue. Doing a really good job of, again, just slipping shots, counterboxing. That right hand down the pipe has been, honestly, his best shot. And significantly so. And I feel like the left hooks has been setting it up a little bit. Both guys trading shots. Right hand. About 10 seconds left in the round. Inoue doing good work. Could close out the round last minute or so. Ooh, good left hook by Naoya Inoue. Another round for Naoya Inoue. That was a slow round, though. Please pick it up, guys. It's 5 a.m. I'm exhausted. Wow, is this fight going to go to decision? Or does it get stopped late, like round 10, 11, you know? What are we thinking, guys? In the chat, let me know. Does this fight feel like it's going the full 12? Does it have that, you know, air around it? Or does it feel like, no, these guys are getting beat up and somebody's getting dropped here eventually and they're not going to get back up? I'm kind of leaning towards the latter, I feel like. Round 7 about to start. Round 7 starting. My coffee is absolutely cold as shit. I just need something. Just need some caffeine. Keep me awake. Donaire taking the center of the ring. Marching Inoue down a little bit. I think getting his win back. 1-2 by Donaire. And they both clinched up, and Inoue sort of shrugs him off and then bows. But the shrug off was so disrespectful, man. The way he did it, too. Mick saying, I think both would slow down. But do you think both would slow down equally enough to where like they blast the full 12, or does somebody eventually go down here? Like, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? Both guys trading jabs. Ooh, double jab and then a right hand from Donaire. Halfway through the 7th round, a minute and a half left. Again, a little bit of a slower paced round, especially comparative to the 5th round that we saw, you know, a lot of action. I feel like Inoue realized, man, like I threw everything I had and Donaire didn't go down. I'm going to dial it back and conserve energy here for the distance. Make a same decision. He feels like it's going to go the decision now. I kind of feel in the same way a little bit. Unless, again, someone gets worn down enough by round 10, 11, they just go down. In a similar, not complete way, but like a la Canelo Kovalev, you know, just a week ago. Good jabs by Naoya Inoue. Because it does seem like when either one really starts just going for it, that the other just does wilt. Because the other's power is just immense. Whether it's Donaire's power, whether it's Naoya Inoue's power, both guys are just packing so much heat with each punch that the other has to respect it. But yet both their games are predicated off of going for the knockout in a way. Fascinating matchup. And again, the wrinkles of Naoya Inoue's defensive game, well, not, you know, a sign that, oh, he's a defensive wizard, but just a sign that, no, he has lateral movement, he has good head movement, he has good counterboxing skill, good counter combination skills as well, great pullback counter right hand. Things in his arsenal that maybe we just didn't see that he had, per se. You know, things he's going to fall back on, wrinkles to his game. Donaire is, I mean, doing exactly as expected, being the veteran, bigger, stronger fighter, imposing his will. But Inoue is doing a really masterful job of just dealing with it, of adapting to it, getting around that pressure, finding his shots in between the pressure and the combinations of Donaire. Again, really good fight. I know that I've sort of a little bit hated on the last 2 rounds, but it's only because that 5th round was just so great. Like that looked like we were about to head to a different level of fight, and then they took a back step. I think because out of respect and realizing, hey, this is a 12-round fight. It's smarter to play it safe and conserve energy here. And maybe look for that knockout again in round 9, 10, 11, 12. By the way, round 8 had started. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the round. Both guys trading jabs. Donaire just not as efficient with his aggression. Landing the occasional right hand. Inoue, though, I think has realized. Oh! Double right hands by Donaire. It seemed to momentarily stun Naoya Inoue, but he seems like he's recovered instantly after that. Wow. Just as I was talking, right? Naoya doing not Naoya. I should say Nonito doing a little bit better job throwing combinations. Excuse me, my chest is like almost like to burp. But Nonito Donaire, I think, is doing a little better job of just landing these shots because he's a little bit closer. You know, he's not as far away as he was in the last round or so. He's physically closer and able to land these shots. Good combination by Nonito Donaire. Inoue not taking this pressure well right now. Right hand partially blocked. Combination from Inoue. Ooh, good uppercut there by Inoue, and then right hand by Donaire. Score, Matt, what for the last round? I thought I gave it to Inoue. I thought I said that. This round can be a Donaire round. Oh, right hand. Yeah, last round, 7th round, Santiago, 10-9 for Inoue. This round, unless something happens in the last 20 seconds here, 10-9 round for Nonito Donaire. Inoue getting beat up, getting all bloodied. What a fight. And what a what a baptism by fire for Naoya Inoue here. I mean, Santiago, I'm going to go to you for right now if you can. I want to get your thoughts on the matchup sort of mid-fight. Santiago, thoughts on what's happening in front of us right now?
We're basically, in my opinion, seeing what happened with Canelo and Cola because just like everybody in the chat has been saying, Donaire looks fucking huge in there. And honestly, I'm still amazed that he was able to come in at 117.5 for this fight and act, look, and give off that feeling of being the bigger man. You definitely see that his time fighting at 122 and 126 is currently serving him well in this division against this kind of opponent.
Agreed. Do you think that we might see a late stoppage here, or do you think it's going to go the full distance?
It's got that feeling of going the distance. Definitely the cut is going to be an interesting factor, just due to the fact that I think that his corner is doing great work, keeping it from being really the story of the fight. Donaire is doing what he can to basically just make it an uncomfortable fight for him. So I think, like you said, probably entering the 10th, 11th round, we'll see just like where they are because both guys definitely look like they're about to hit their knee for a second win at this point.
Agreed. Thank you, Santiago. I'll go back to you once the fight's over. Round 9, 2 minutes left in the round. Donaire, man, just marching down. Doing a really good job of not expending too much energy. But when he does capitalize, when he does have moments to capitalize, he capitalizes on them. Oh, right hand! Rocks! Now Inoue. Inoue's hurt. Inoue got rocked right there. About a minute and a half left. Inoue is going to have to catch a second win. Going to have to land something to really change the momentum again, like in the 5th round. Because Donaire's been really marching him down and beating him up these last 2 rounds. Significantly so. Wow. Nonito Donaire, man. Props to him. He's bloody. You can tell it's bothering him. He's getting beat up. Can he just survive this pressure? You know? Or are we about to see a Canelo Kovalev-like finish at the very end? They got in the back foot boxing, like, you know, a smaller boxer, defensive boxer is just going to get beat up and finish eventually. Even if he has rounds in the bank, doesn't matter. Rounds over. Another Donaire round. This is close. PSK has 5-4 Donaire. Benjamin Franklin has 5-4 Inoue. I think both are acceptable, and that's probably the acceptable range as well. You know, like it's a round off either way. Benjamin's bringing up a good point, which I maybe should have specified even more, which I thought was maybe inferred. Saying, see how the bigger guy walked down the smaller guy in this fight, not the other way around, like Canelo versus Kovalev. 100% right. You know, the more and more I go back and watch the fight, I'm like, the more and more it's evident that Kovalev's game plan, while a smart game plan, wasn't entirely implemented correctly, in my opinion. And that he should have pressed the action and be the bigger man at some point, and at some points within rounds. Because he is, and really started sitting down on that right hand. And he never did. And that allowed the smaller man to act like the bigger man, in a way. When this one, Donaire's not giving him that chance. Donaire knows, if I'm going backwards, I'm losing this fight. Because Inoue is just too good on the front foot, too good of a combination puncher. I can't let him get his combinations going as he wants. I got to march him down. I'm a bigger guy. 2.5 minutes left in the 10th round. Inoue trying to march Donaire back, landing some combinations. Donaire's corner yelling at him. I'm just going to infer, get off the ropes. Which he should be getting off the ropes. Donaire needs to be marching forward. Oh! Good jab by Donaire. Popped Inoue's head back. Straight back. Whew. Right hand. Misses by Donaire. You know, this round's like, look, there's a minute left in the round. I have no idea who's winning this round. You know, like I have. You know, you would assume like the scorecards are a round off a piece, probably, right? Like it's not that much of a difference. I think both sides need to press the action a little bit here. You know, make these rounds a little more definitive. You know, like this round, I might give to Inoue. I think he's landing better shots. I think he's landing good jabs. I think he's landing good counters here. But, I mean, it's close. It's really close. About 10 seconds left. Oh, right hand. Inoue. Oh! Donaire's hurt. Donaire's hurt. Oh my gosh. Inoue swarming him, but round closed. He caught him, I want to say, with like a short right hand, and you can tell that it wobbled him. And Inoue, like, instantly, like, ran around Donaire, like quickly turned him and just started throwing short combinations. I think sensing some urgency. Wow. What a finish to that round. I'm going to give that round to Inoue, but I mean, wow, what a round. That was just a great way to finish it. Reminiscent of the 5th round, to be honest. This is a close fight. Really competitive. And, you know, shout out to, like, the old Filipino fighters, right? Like, Manny Pacquiao and Nonito Donaire turning back time as of late with, like, career renaissances, you know? Like, Donaire in the last year or so has looked great. Manny Pacquiao in the last year or so has looked great. Just shout out to these old Filipino legends, man. Honestly. Like, it's good to see that. Round 11, I believe it is right now. Yes, round 11 starting, 2 minutes, 54, 53 seconds. Inoue has to press him right now. And I think Donaire, vice versa, has to press Inoue here. Oh, right hand by Inoue. Another right hand by Inoue. Another right hand by Inoue. That's been his best shot all fight. Oh! Combination of the body by Inoue. I wish he did more of that all fight, to be honest. Another right hand. Inoue, I think, senses maybe a momentum shift. Maybe Donaire's fading. Donaire's going for broke here. Not Donaire, sorry, Inoue. 2 minutes left in the 11th round. Oh, good right hand there by Donaire. See if that stops the progressing and aggressive Naoya Inoue. Left hook to the body. That hurt him. Left hook dropped. Nonito Donaire to the body. Wow. That was a beautiful left hook to the body. Hit him, and instantaneously you could see Donaire struggle. Donaire's back, but Inoue's pressing him now. Let's see. A minute and a half left. Donaire's hurt. Donaire's hurt. Inoue's landing shot after shot. Uppercut. Jab, right hand. Jab, right hand. Left hook to the body. Donaire is struggling. Throws a right hand and misses wide. Donaire lands his own left hook. Oh my gosh. That might have hurt Inoue. That stopped him instantly. Minute left in the 11th round. Right hand lands from Naoya Inoue. Inoue is going for broker. I think Inoue senses he can get the KO. Donaire looks just dazed and confused right now. His body language does not look the same as it did earlier, obviously. He's taking a lot of punishment this round. Right hand, left hook to the body, uppercut. All lands from Inoue. Uppercut, left hook. What a combination. Oh, left hook to the body again. Right hook, up top. Oh my gosh, these shots. Donaire just taking abuse and punishment. Round is over. Oh my gosh. How did he survive that? How? How? That was amazing. We still have one more round. Holy cow. What a fight, guys. What a fight. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be fight of the year, but this is definitely going to be on the top 10, top 15 fights of the year. Absolutely, guys. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And boy, has it delivered. And we're heading to the 12th and final round. After a surging Naoya Inoue has definitely, in my opinion, brought control back of this fight to his side, and most likely his head on the scorecards with that knockdown. Wow. Last round. Let's go. Both guys meet, touch gloves. Let's go. Inoue's just on the back foot right now. Press him, Inoue, press him. You have to, man. You do your best work when you press Donaire back. You got to press him back. Left hook lands from Donaire. Come on. And Donaire, you got to press him too, man. Land that left hook. Land to the body. Whoever's landing in combination right now is going to win this fight. Or at least win this round. Good right hand to the body by Inoue. Left hook to the body. Good jab by Nonito Donaire. They clinch up and Inoue dumps Donaire to the ground. Uppercut, left hook, right hand by Inoue. What a combination. Uppercut, boom, boom. Nice. That was just magnifico. About a minute left in the round. Definitely a slower round. I think, Donaire's hurt, and I think Inoue kind of a little bit, he's comfortable now a little bit more so than he was in the last round. He needed that knockdown. He needed something a little bit in the bag there. I'll be honest. If he didn't have that round in the last round, I have no idea what the scorecards would be. I know what my scorecard would be, but I don't know what the judges would have. It would be all over the place in my opinion. But with that knockdown, I think it just realigns everything more to Inoue winning because of that 10-8. But honestly, round 5 and round 11, clear Naoya Inoue rounds. Everything else, man, whatever you think, I don't care, man. These are close rounds. Ricky saying, been to sleep yet, Matt? I've had 20 minutes of sleep. Combination to close the fight. Fight's over. Wow. I give that round to Naoya Inoue by a 10-9 round, but wow. Just impressive from all parts, man. Let me go to Santiago. I want to get my scorecard before we go to theirs. Santiago, what's my scorecard and what's yours?
All right, so your scorecard totals out to 116-111 for Naoya Inoue. Mine totals out to 117-111 with the second round being scored 10-10. So definitely for me, 3 key rounds and that knockdown in one of those rounds helped Inoue get the decision, in my opinion. Definitely, you don't get a more impressive knockdown on a body shot than landing it and literally seeing an opponent have to run to a corner just to kneel.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I agree. Any thoughts on the fight before we get to the actual decision?
I think it was a great fight. I think this is everything you and I could have hoped for this fight. Granted, we thought it was going to end in a knockout, but we saw some very high-level display of skill sets from both a younger and older fighter at the world level, and you can't be mad at that. I mean, I'm pretty much jacked up at this point, fuck coffee. It was a great fight. It was the kind of fight that you appreciate and love, and both guys being reputed for their punching prowess, you gotta love the adjustments they were able to make throughout the fight.
Agreed. Thank you for the call, Santi, and thank you for keeping track of the scores. I'll go to you if there's any craziness with the scorecards here. Scorecard's about to be read. go to the scorecards. $116, $111, $117, $109, $114, $113. Naoya Inoue, the winner, as he deserves. I mean, he won the fight, but that was a back-and-forth fight. Really impressive performance from him. And my brief reaction to it, because it's 5:20 a.m., I got to go to sleep and then wake up for a press conference for the KSI Logan Paul shit. Naoya Inoue had to make adjustments in this fight. He was struggling with the aggression, the power of Donaire, and I was right that he deals with pressure by wanting to throw combinations out of it, get wild, and sort of force his way out of the pressure. That didn't work, and he struggled in the first half of the fight because of that. And even like in the portion of the second half of the fight, he struggled because of that. He's succeeded when he boxed smart, when he boxed on the back foot, used lateral movements, set up shots with his jab, went to the body, worked his combinations in, and on top of that, picked his moments to pressure Nonito Donaire and really hurt him. Really impressive performance from Naoya Inoue. We wanted to see his chin tested. It was tested. We wanted to see him go through the fire. He went through the fire. We wanted to see him fight a future Hall of Famer and a former pound-for-pound fighter. He did, and he beat them. And now I think the torch has been passed. He is now the guy at the lower weight classes. And I will say this, because of the nature of the fight, though, I hope people now respect the options and the chances of guys like Luis Neri, Nordino Bali, Guillermo Rigondeaux, Daniel Romano at 122, etc. Like, there are guys that he could face that could potentially beat him. And these are all fantastic fights, and he had to work for this one. Fantastic performance from the pound-for-pound, not king, but pound-for-pound contemporary of the time right now. Definitely in the top 10, Naoya Inoue. Impressive showing. Again, we wanted to see him answer some questions, and he kind of answered them all. Leave a comment down below what you thought of Naoya Inoue's performance. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You can find me, Matt Hunter, MCR, all platforms. So I got to run. It's late, early, wherever you are in the world. I got to catch some Z's. Peace.